In the ancient Greek mythology, there is a hero unlike any other. His name is Hercules, or as we call him in present day, Hercules, right? A man among men. And this hero was tasked with what was said to be an impossible journey. Difficult tasks that were instructed to him by the gods. And the purpose of this was to discredit him, to see him killed, to see him struggle and falter. But time and time again, Hercules picked up his sword and whatever other tools he needed, and he freaking got it done. Period. That alone is a mindset that so many people these days can really truly learn from and aspire to be. Tell that to you again. There is nothing wrong with being masculine. Don't let these idiots on social media tell you that it's not okay to be masculine. That is who we are as men. That is how we're built. The same kinds of behavior of wanting to conquer, of wanting to achieve more, of wanting to be the best, to excel at something. That is present within almost all animals as well. It's literally hundreds of millions of years of our biology to want to be like that. So don't let anyone tell you that you need to be more feminine, that masculinity is toxic. Because the only thing about toxic masculinity is the label itself. So with that said, I don't want to talk in this video about Hercules' mindset. I want to talk about one of the tasks that he undertook. And that is slaying the Hydra. Because there is something about this ferocious beast that if you take on the mindset of that monster, you will become unstoppable. You will become a monster yourself, almost fucking godlike. If you take on this mindset, nothing in life will ever permanently defeat you. There will be temporary setbacks, there will be temporary failures, but nothing in life can stop you, can defeat you, can overcome you if you take on this mindset that I'm gonna cover in this video. So if so far this is enjoyable and you're learning something, give this video a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right into this challenge with Hercules against the Hydra. So for those who are not familiar with Greek mythology, which I assume most people on this planet aren't, the Hydra is this ferocious beast with 3 heads. And Hercules was tasked to slay this monster. And so he went in his armor, he had his sword, he had his shield, and he was fighting for his life to slay this. And at one point he slashed with his sword and he cut off one of the Hydra's heads. However, there was this huge problem, because every time he would cut off one of the heads, 3 more would grow back. And this task of slaying this ferocious monster became harder and harder and harder, because the beast got more and more heads, more attacks he could launch at Hercules. And this task seemed impossible. This monster seemed impossible to overcome. That is why I want to talk to you about the mindset of what it takes to be a monster in life, to be that ferocious go-getter who is capable of achieving literally anything in their life. So with that said, let me quickly share with you how Hercules overcame this monster. And he did it with 2 kind of weapons. On one hand was his sword, right? He slashed and he would cut off the Hydra's head. Then with the other hand was a burning torch. And what he would do, he would sear the wound after he cut it off so that nothing could grow back. And as he fought, he was dodging, he was weaving in and out of this monster's attacks, cutting off one head after the other and then searing the wound so that nothing could grow back out of it. That's how he overcame this. But now let's shift our gears and move towards the future and the present. Your present, your future. how can you use this story to become the better man? That is what I like to call the Hydra Mindset, which is that once something fails in your life, once you are faced with a setback, with a temporary defeat, be like that Hydra. Whenever one thing fails, whenever your head gets cut off, metaphorically speaking, you grow 3 heads back. So let me give you an example of this. A while back I was looking for a new job, because unfortunately, as you can probably tell by the views, this is not a full-time gig for me. This is a passion project, because I've been through depression, I have been through anxiety, I have thought of ending it all, cutting off my head and not having anything grow back, so to speak. I have thought about that, and I overcame all of those things. I have gone from having literally zero self-esteem, zero confidence, to a state where I'm now fully confident in my abilities, fully confident in myself, in who I am, and in my future. I have made that transition, and so can you. So can anyone who's willing to put in the work. That's why I'm doing this. So, let's go back to that moment when I was applying for jobs. The thing is that I was applying for a lot of jobs that were a little bit above my experience, my education, and all of those things. I was underqualified for most of them on paper, but I know myself, I was overqualified when it comes to qualities. However, the result was that for most job applications, I would simply get the standard email of hey, we found someone who better fits our profile, yada yada yada, right? And so that's where the Hydra Mindset comes to my rescue. Because I decided every time I would get one of those rejection emails, that's my signal to send out 3 more applications. So in a day I would open my inbox and I see 3 emails of rejection letters. And that is my signal, I need to step it up. 3 of my Hydra heads got cut off. And so I'm gonna grow 9 back. I'm gonna send out 9 more applications. No man, no circumstance in life, nothing at all can defeat you when you triple down your efforts. Every time you are hit with that brick wall that hits you in the face. Every time when you feel you want to quit because of that temporary setback, because of that defeat that happens in life, which will happen. Every time you are faced with that, if you then say, I will not give up, I will not quit, this is not the permanent end of the line for me, I will triple my effort, you will overcome any struggle, any setback, any temporary defeat in life. Failure becomes not an option, because every time you have that temporary failure, you continue your efforts towards permanent success. That is what this Hydra Mindset is about. Taking responsibility back for your own life. You saying, I'm a fucking man, damn it. Or a woman, if you're a woman, of course. And I will not rest until I have achieved the things that I want to get out of this goddamn life that has been given to me. Once you take on that mindset, and every time life slaps you in the face, you stand up tall, you smile, and you push life right back. As long as you have that mindset where one failure leads to 3 more attempts, 3 more heads that you grow back like a Hydra. As soon as you get into that mindset, you will get better and better at your life, at whatever you decide that you want to achieve. You will gain skills faster than almost any person on this planet. You will achieve way more in your life because you have failed way more in life, but you did not let those failures become permanent. You see them as the stepping stones that you need to jump from one failure to the next, to the next, to the next. And that mindset of tripling down your efforts. Every time something doesn't go according to plan, you will become that 1% guy, that 1% woman in life when you follow through on this Hydra Mindset. So with that said, if you like this video, give it a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.